Well, hello again everybody, welcome back. Today I wanted to share with you some of the knitting projects that I have done for our little guy while I've been pregnant. And a couple actually that I did before, but I've saved for when we had a little one. I first started knitting on a yucky, rainy camping trip we went on. It was so horrible, we ran into town and I picked up a book, Knitting for Dummies, and a pair of knitting needles and some yarn, and I taught myself how to knit when we were camping. And it was probably only about 2 or 3 years ago, and it's such a rewarding hobby, and knitting baby stuff knits up so quickly that it is the most rewarding of all projects. And the fact that they just looked so darn cute, I can't wait to see my little guy in some of these things. So being a nurse on night shifts, a couple of the girls showed me Ravelry, which is an amazing website that's just full of patterns and ideas, and it was just amazing. It has totally opened up the world of knitting for me, and because I'm the kind of person that I'll buy a nice couple balls of nice yarn and then decide what I want to make with it. And Ravelry makes it so you can just like put in the size of wool you have, the size needles you have, and it pops out thousands upon thousands of free patterns. Everything in front of me here was free patterns. I can't say that I've paid for any patterns that I've knit, but Ravelry does have patterns that you can pay for as well if you're looking for something very specific. But usually I'm just like, I want to knit a little sweater or something like that, and I can find a pattern that fits. So if you want, you can look me up. I'm knittertracy on Ravelry, and you can take a look at these exact patterns. But I'll go ahead and kind of show you what I've been working on. My latest project, and I'm so super excited about these, are wool soakers. We're going to do cloth diapers, and I know most of you know we've gone with G diapers. A lot of people say they have a hard time with nights, and wool covers will keep anything dry. So I've picked up a few fitted diapers, and I'm just going to use a wool cover at night. These are waterproof, well, fairly water resistant. They don't need to be washed and taken care of quite as in-depthly, but they do need to be lanolized every once in a while. So I'll probably do a video on using wool for diapers in the future, but these are absolutely amazing. They've got a super stretchy waistband, really stretched out legs. This one I actually made the leg holes even more stretchy, so that they will hold everything in, and I just think they're so fabulous and so cute. And I got 2 of them out of 1 ball of yarn, so like less than $5 a piece and a couple of evenings each. So really love those. After we had our pregnancy photos done, we're like, we'll be able to do the baby pictures, no problem. So I decided to do a couple of photo props, and I made a little diaper cover. And I always kind of change things up. I use patterns very free-flowing. So it's supposed to have 1 button in the middle, a big one. I also, to make it an actual functioning diaper also, this was a wide open seam up the side, and I just seamed it closed so that I can still get it on and off, but the leg holes are nice and small. So that is a wool diaper cover that may or may not get the chance of functioning like a wool diaper cover, but I can definitely use it for a photo prop. And it actually goes the same wool. I didn't have to buy any extra. It was just a little piece I had left over from that set. I also decided to do a cuter little photo sack, like my sleep sacks. And I did this one. It's got ribbon at the bottom and at the top, and I've actually replaced it with bra straps instead of lace, because then it's got some real give to it, like the little hat. If it was just lace, you'd have to tie it on the right size, but having an elastic in there makes it just so much more functioning, and I just think that is going to be so cute. This one's actually called a baby bowl, and you basically tuck little baby in there, head and feet, and curled up like you would be in the womb, and it's a really cute photo prop. I'll definitely put up a series of photos when we do get them done, but right now he's still baking, so when he gets out I'll do some pictures. But I'm really excited about that one. And just a little diaper cover. This one won't be waterproof or anything like that. It's an acrylic microfiber. But I got all 3 of these out of one big ball. So absolutely amazing. 4 of those things. I know I've showed you guys this one for my going home outfit that may or may not be able to be used as a going home outfit. You guys would just die to feel this. It's Murano bamboo and Murano alpaca, this one. And it's just so beautiful. It's very fine knit. It did take some time, but I wanted one really lovely, almost like heirloom piece. And I absolutely love how it turned out. And with the extra wool, I made the hat, a pair of booties, and a pair of little middies. And I love that outfit. I just think it's so adorable. If I didn't hate knitting little tiny wool, I would make matching pants. But tiny wool drives me crazy, and I think just a normal pair of pants would be fine. This little vest is actually probably not going to fit for a while. It's got a little snap so it's easy to get on and off over their head. But I really liked this wool. I picked it out a long time ago and had no idea what I was going to do with it. But I made a vest and some little booties. All the patterns, like I said, are on Ravelry if you want to take a closer look. My little sleep sack, I did a full video on this, so I won't go into too much, but it's another alpaca knit. And it's a little just sleep sack. You can just snuggle with them, breastfeed in it, if it's a nice cool night or anything like that. And wool is the most breathable fabric. If it's hot out, it will cool you down. If it's cold out, it will warm you up. And if it's wet, if you're wet, it will keep you dry. So it's just an amazing product to have on a baby's skin. Helps it breathe. Ugh, I love it. And this just feels so amazing. Definitely have knit that pattern a million times. Now there are these little pants. Now this was the original pair of pants that I made. I don't know if it's going to pick up the little definition on that there. So when I made this hat, I'm like, it's kind of a similar ribbing. I'll augment that pattern and make it my own. So I changed it so that the ribbing would match the hat as well as these pants. This is a cotton, it'll be able to just be washed and dried. I haven't decided if I'm going to have to put a little elastic in the top, but you can just sew in a little elastic on the top to keep it up, or you can roll it over one and run an actual elastic in. But I haven't, until I get it on baby's bum, been able to decide what I'm going to do for the tops of that. But might need something, might not need anything, who knows. And a cute little bonnet. I was really looking for a bonnet that wasn't quite so girly, but still something that would be nice and airy and breathable for the summer. And I just love how this one turned out. It too, I did just a little snap. I find buttons sometimes pop out a little bit easy, or if it's a tie on, I don't like the idea of something tied around baby's neck. So I just find that the snap is a quick and easy answer to that. And then the other little pants, I did show you those ones. I actually made these probably like 2 or 3 years ago, one of the first projects that I did. Again, you might need to roll it down and put an elastic in, but big bum booty buns. They're just so cute. They're actually probably going to end up being a little bit short by the time he's going to fit into them, or they'll just be really big baggy pants. And a little top that kind of goes with that, and another one that I just kind of augmented the pattern to match a pattern that I was working with. Both of these I had just picked up the wool at off a sale rack, so the pants really should have been a bit longer, and it probably would have done the top a little bit longer as well if I had more yarn. So make sure you do buy enough yarn if you're like me and buy it before you know what you're making. But I really like how all of that has turned out. I'm so excited to see my little guy in some of this stuff. And I'm just going to keep on knitting. If anything, when he gets here, things will just fit a little better because I'll be able to make it to his actual size. I hope everybody has enjoyed this. Please come join me on Ravelry, like I said, knittertracy, and we'll see what else we can make together. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks everybody!